Welcome back to the Lightning Marshal anthology for Freespace 2 here on Paladin Gaming. We're going to the third mission of the Regulus Campaign entry of the anthology.
This is Squadron Leader Paolo Lorenzo. I have been ordered to brief you on the situation at hand, as much as you're entitled to know. Pilots of the Novi Simlia, for you, the classification will most likely not exceed level RO.
Alright.
As you know, Admiral Ethan H. Bosch initiated a violent coup d'etat in the Polaris system 9 days ago. The government of the planet has been overthrown. We guess that most of the installations and strongholds have been captured, the rest destroyed. Shortly after the first wave of refugees arrived in Regulus, the GTD Master and its accompanying vessels have rescued those ships of the 6th Fleet that are still loyal to the GTVA in a military operation designated Savior. I'd advise you to examine the flight records of Operation Savior of some time, pilots, as it is a striking example how to survive under the most hazardous of conditions. Currently, very few Allied warships remain in the Polaris system. Despite the success of Operation Savior, our losses in Polaris have been bigger than expected. Many of our officers decided to join the rebellion. Whether it was out of cowardice or loyalty to their leader, we shall find out when we take these officers into custody. The 9th Fleet is currently rallying in the Sirius system, preparing for a counterattack. Pilots currently on this station will be reassigned shortly before the counter-strike starts.
Alright. Well, I will look in the tech room and see if the records of Operation Savior are there, but not in this video. If there's anything interesting, it'll be bonus content. Let's continue. When the bow breaks.
As our first step in countering the Neo-Terran rebellion, we have established 2 lines of defense. The first is on the Polaris side of the Polaris Regulus node, the other on the Regulus side. We intend to prevent the rebel ships from passing through here. We have received information from Intel that Bosch himself is preparing to head for Regulus in his flagship, the NTD Repulse. Some of our officers have infiltrated the NTF and are waiting for our orders to sabotage the NTF ships. However, we have already lost contact with 4 of those officers, and we fear that they have been either discovered, or worse, have joined the rebellion.
Oh boy, why are we telling line pilots this?
The Polaris side is being blockaded by 2 Ellis-class cruisers, the GTC Saruman and the GTC Siren.
Really?
A Deimos-class corvette is also present, the GTC Bough. We hope that a blockade of that size will be enough to wipe out any NTF forces brave enough to attempt a bypass.
Now if he comes in the Repulse.
As for our second line of defense, the Regulus side of the node is being blockaded only by 1 Visudan corvette, the GVC Heather. You are to reinforce that node. You will flight bombers, carrying the Cyclops torpedoes. Your objectives are to eliminate any NTF vessel that manages to escape the Polaris blockade. Your secondary objective is to neutralize any threats to the GVC Heather. Every life we save in this theater of operations brings us 1 step closer to victory. Dismissed.
Alright, the Hathor is a cannon ship, so I'm guessing we can't let it die, even though that's only a secondary objective. So hold the node against the NTF advance and protect the corvette Hathor. We're flying Ursa bombers for some godforsaken reason, but I'll assume there is a reason for it. Let's at least put real guns on this thing. Do we have access to that? No, we don't. Alright. And you've already got double Meku HL7s. Alright. No tornadoes. Okay, well, let's hit it. Okay. Just settle in here for a blockade.
Intel has informed us that NTF forces have penetrated our defenses at Regulus. Several warships have defected. You'll have a bit more action than expected.
Somehow, I knew that was coming.
3 warships have defected to the Neo-Terran Front. the GDCV Bough, the GDC Sauron, and the GDC Saruman.
Of course they did.
Both cruisers are Aeolus class.
Of course they did.
Perfect. Well, my bombs are ready to go. We'll take them down.
See that you do. The whole of Regulus is counting on you.
I'm not looking forward to taking on a pair of Aeolus cruisers in an Ursa.
The first warships have jumped in. 2 Fenris-class cruisers with fighter escort. Intercept and destroy.
Unlock.
The royalty has been eliminated.
Command, we are experiencing a malfunction in fire control. Our anti-fighter artillery is offline, along with one of our navies.
We have neutralized the trireme. Understood, Hazer. Stand by. Both cruisers have been neutralized. Excellent work, Alpha. Another NDF vessel has arrived. The NDCV Bough, a defector to the GDVA. Show no mercy for the traitor. Aether, how are your repairs coming?
We can get one of our anti-fighter turrets online, but that's the best for now.
Roger that, sir. Engaging the target.
The Bough is down. Repeat, the Bough is down. Pilots, you will have a brief break until the next wave of NDF warships arrive. Rearm if you need to.
Reading hostile indicator.
Really? Oh crap, my missiles impacted the Hathor, which is going to impact me, it seems like. Oh, gotta move. Sorry, support, don't want to get run over by a capital ship. Alright. Get oriented correctly.
Rearming complete, sir. You're good to...
The next wave of NDF warships have arrived. 2 freighters with cruiser escort. Destroy them all.
Hull integrity now below 50%. Request additional fighter cover. Our turrets are now back online. We provide as much assistance as possible.
We have destroyed the Mendacious. Nice work, pilot. Tachyon 2 has been neutralized. Tachyon 1 has been destroyed.
Oh boy. Bonus objective complete. That was apparently destroying Leo. Copy, command. Maybe could have killed the Saruman, but oh well, I already hit my jump drive.
With the defection of every unit in our primary line of defense, there was no way you could have held the second blockade. The NTF force was simply overwhelming, and there was nothing you could have done to prevent this outcome. The GTVA has begun a full retreat from the system, as Admiral Bough and his rebels march toward Polaris Prime. It is a matter of days before we lose this system as well. All is not lost though, as the 9th Fleet has already begun relocating to the Polaris jump node. Soon we will strike back, and Bough will learn what happens to traitors like him. You will be assigned to scout the Sirius Polaris node for rebel forces, before the arrival of the 9th Fleet. Suit up for your next sortie.
Wait,
Dismissed.
so we went from Regulus to Sirius without passing through Polaris. Alright. Unless we're still in Polaris, somehow. Alright, so that was when the bow breaks. Let's check our statistics. 3 total kills, 2 assists. 1 Loki, 1 Fenris, and 1 Leviathan. Bring our all-time kills for the Regulus campaign to 20. So, that has been that. This is Paladin Gaming signing off. We'll see you for the next mission this afternoon.